Well, making the national team is always the greatest honour a sports person could have. That's like the pinnacle of your career, is making the national team, and making it so young. It's so exciting to know that I have the whole future, hopefully, in my career to make the team more times and hopefully make my mark in New Zealand basketball. We have a fern. The fern's like the New Zealand thing, and it's always on your heart side of your uniform. So to wear the fern and to wear it, being in the women's national team, not age group or juniors, it's a big honour. And when you play the national anthem, it's kind of, that's when you realise and the chills start coming, and you have the fern on your chest and your New Zealand on the front and your name on the back, and it's all really exciting. Yeah, the tryouts were super competitive. There was a mixture of the old veterans that had played with my older sister, and then a whole group of new girls that were all first, second year college. So it was really competitive, and there was a good mixture between the new players and the old players, teaching the new players, and really getting us prepared for what it's like to be in a national team. And I think it was really good. The atmosphere was awesome. All the girls worked really well together. Obviously, it was super nerve-wracking because it was my first women's trials, so I was really scared, and I think that showed a bit the first couple of days, but once I got adjusted and started playing with all the people that I played against for so many years, it kind of all gelled together, and it was really, really exciting. Well, going into trials, and people knowing that my mum and sister had both been the captain of the national team, there's like an expectation which I like and dislike at the same time. I like it because people know who I am, and they know that my pedigree is good and I'm capable of doing things. But at the same time, there's that expectation, and people expect you to be like them or play like them, and I don't have a game like either of them. So it's good. It's really good to have them. They told me a lot. They gave me so many good pointers and some great advice about the coaches, because my sister played under Coach Kennedy, the coach right now. So she gave me pointers about him, and my mum gave me pointers about going to the first trials and just making your mark. And it's really good having them. And I think making the team, it was relieving. I was like, yes, I made it. So now all of us have made it, so I don't feel like a big failure. But yeah, it's really cool to be able to share that experience with them and know that they wore the same uniform as me. The first games we played against Japan, they were warm-up games for Australia, and international level is just a completely another step up to any basketball I've ever played. The Asian style of game is just fast-paced. They run, they're so quick. We would joke around that they were literally ninjas on the court. It was amazing to watch, and our coach just told us to throw our defensive principles out the window with them, because they were so fast and agile that what we had been practicing for Australia just didn't really work with them. So that was amazing playing against them and getting a taste of their style. But for New Zealanders, playing Australia is always a really big deal. They're the big country beside us, and everywhere in the world where we go, people always just assume that New Zealand's part of Australia, or just assume that I'm Australian. So New Zealanders always take pride in playing against Australia and trying to compete as much as we can. So stepping onto the court for that game was amazing. That's like the absolute pinnacle for any New Zealand athlete. That game was pretty amazing. There was WNBA players and people that are going to be one day in the Hall of Fame for women's basketball playing in that team. So it was absolutely crazy and a really good experience. I wish that I had taken more of the opportunity, but I still think that even just watching the game and being part of that was awesome. I just hope that I can take some of the new things that I learn about basketball, about the different styles of game and adapting to different styles, and I hope I can just bring that back to CSUN, bring back the international and professional atmosphere that we played with in the Tall Ferns, and hopefully my role here this year will be a little bit bigger now that I'm a sophomore, and so what I learned over summer and what I did, hopefully that can help me in my new bigger role this year.